PC24RETV ਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁਣ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਾਂ 1 ਘੰਟੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਕਈ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਪਲਾਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਫਰੋਮ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ ਬੀਚ ਤੋਂ ਜੁੜਨ ਦਾ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਕਰਾਵਾਂਗੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਬੜੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਖਬਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫ਼ੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈਗਾ 7789991531। ਤੁਸੀਂ BC ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਖਰੀਦਣੀ ਹੈ, ਵੇਚਣੀ ਹੈ, ਰੈਂਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਝਿਜਕ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟੱਲੀ ਮਾਰੋ। ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ 100% ਕਰਨਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਣਗੇ। ਸੋ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਛ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝੀਆਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਪਰ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸਾਂਝੀਆਂ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ। ਸੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਬੜਾ ਭਰਵਾਂ ਹੁੰਗਾਰਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਆਪਣੇ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਗੈਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਏ। ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋ, ਉਹਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਇੱਕ TV ਦੇ ਜ਼ਰੀਏ ਵੀ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰੀਏ। ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਕਮਿਟਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਜੁੜਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਨਮ ਦਿਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਅੱਜ ਸਾਲਗਿਰਾ ਮਨਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ 'ਚ ਵਾਧਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਕਿਲਕਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੂੰਜ ਉੱਠੀਆਂ ਜੀ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਕਾਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਲੋਜ਼ੀਆਂ ਕਰਾ ਲਿੱਤੀਆਂ, ਅੰਦਰ ਮੂਵ ਕਰ ਗਏ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਮਦਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਢੁਕਵੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਪੋਲਿਸੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੇਵ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ PC24 ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਸਾਰੇ ਸਪੋਂਸਰਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਹੋਵੇ। ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਰਹੇ। ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ IPTV ਦੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਜਿਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ PC24RETV ਅਤੇ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੋਇਸ ਆਫ ਰੀਅਲ ਅਸਟੇਟ 'ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਲਾਈਵ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਚੈਨਲ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਲਿੰਕਡਇਨ, ਫੇਸਬੁੱਕ, X ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਟਵਿੱਟਰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਅਤੇ ਟਿਕਟੋਕ ਉੱਤੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਲਾਈਵ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ 647 815 18 'ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਸੈੱਲਫੋਨ 'ਤੇ 647 333 2273 'ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੱਲੀ ਮਾਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਾਲ ਲੈ ਸਕੀਏ ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ। ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤਾਂ ਹਲੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ, ਪਰ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ। ਆਪਣੇ ਅਕਬਰ ਵਾਰਿਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੀ ਰੋਜ਼ ਪਲੇ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੋ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤਿਉਹਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਨ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਅਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ 19-21 ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, 19-21 ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਊਚ ਨੀਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਨਾ ਚਲਾਓ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਸਮਝ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਮ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ। ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਇਕਨੋਮੀ 0.3% ਥਰਡ ਕੁਆਰਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਰਿੰਕ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਮੀਨਸ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਗਰੋਥ ਚਲੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਹਲੇ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਈਏ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਰਿਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਉਹਦਾ ਟਾਈਟਲ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ, Not quite a recession, but Canada sees third quarter growth negative. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਥਰਡ ਕੁਆਰਟਰ ਗਰੋਥ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਉਹਨੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ 2 ਕੁਆਰਟਰ ਵੀ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਗਏ ਆ, ਹਾਲਾਂਕਿ ਬੜੇ ਮਾਈਨਰ ਜਿਹੇ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਗਏ ਆ। ਸੋ ਰਿਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਆ ਜੀ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ R ਵਰਡ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ। ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਈਆਂ, F ਵਰਡ 'ਤੇ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, N ਵਰਡ ਵੀ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਹੁਣ R ਵਰਡ ਆ ਗਿਆ। ਇਹ ਉਹ ਵਰਡ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਗੁਰੇਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਯਾਰ ਜੇ ਕਹਿ ਲਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ। ਸੋ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਸੋ ਦੇਰ ਵਾਜ਼ ਗਰੋਇੰਗ ਟਾਕ ਆਫ ਦੀ ਵਰਡ R word, which is basically recession, leading up to today's gross domestic product data releases, given the third quarter could have marked the second straight month of negative growth। ਹੁਣ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ received another R word ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ ਰਿਵੀਜ਼ਨ। ਸਟੈਟਿਸਟਿਕਸ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰੀਅਲ ਗ੍ਰੋਸ ਡੋਮੈਸਟਿਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹ 0.3% ਘਟੀ ਹੈ, 0.3% ਡ੍ਰੌਪ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਕੁਆਟਰ ਓਵਰ ਕੁਆਟਰ। ਇਹ ਤੀਜੇ ਕੁਆਟਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਰਿਵਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ previous negative reading for second quarter to positive growth of 0.3%। ਇਹ ਆਰ ਵਰਡ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਰਿਵੀਜ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ 2 ਕੰਜ਼ੈਕਟਿਵ ਕੁਆਟਰ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਜਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਜੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਗਰੋਥ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਗਰੋਥ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਕਿ ਇਟਸ ਨੋਟ ਅ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਗਰੋਥ। ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੁਆਟਰ ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਉਹ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਲੇ ਆਰ ਵਰਡ ਤੋਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਟਕੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਿੱਛੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਦਿਸ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੇ 2 ਸਟ੍ਰੇਟ ਕੁਆਟਰ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏ ਤਾਂ ਆਰ ਵਰਡ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਆਰ ਵਰਡ ਨਾਓ ਇਜ਼ ਰਿਵੀਜ਼ਨ, ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਰਿਸੈਸ਼ਨ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਿਓ, ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ, ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ, ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ, ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ GDP ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇਟਸ ਨਾਟ ਗਰੋਇੰਗ ਡਿਸਪਾਈਟ ਦਾ ਆਰਟੀਫਿਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸਵੀਟਨਰ ਆਫ ਰੈਪਿਡ ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਗਰੋਥ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਡੀਕ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਲਦੀ ਜੁੜ ਜਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ। ਤੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੱਢਦੇ ਆ, ਰੱਬ ਜਾਣੇ। ਤੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਚੰਗਾ। ਐਨੀਵੇਜ਼ ਆਰ ਵਰਡ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰਿਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਵਰਡ ਅਵੋਇਡ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਕੁਆਟਰ ਦੀ ਗਰੋਥ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਤੋਂ ਘੁਮਾ ਕੇ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਲੈਣ, ਇਹ ਗਰੋਥ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਹੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹੀ। ਥਿੰਗਸ ਆਰ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨਰੀ ਔਰ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਡਾਊਨ। ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਕੰਜ਼ੈਕਟਿਵ ਮੰਥ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ GDP ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੀ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਆਰਟੀਫਿਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸਵੀਟਨਰ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ, ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਗਰੋਥ ਦਾ। ਬਟ ਰੀਇਨਫੋਰਸਿੰਗ ਦ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਦੈਟ ਇਟ ਡਜ਼ਨਟ ਕੁਆਇਟ ਸਿੰਕ ਟੂ ਦੀ level of recession, the initial read on monthly GDP for October was surprisingly perky 0.2% ਉੱਪਰ ਸੀਗੀ, confounding expectations that activity would shrink in quarter 4। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੀ it is not a technical recession but it is not good either। ਇਹ TD ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜੇਮਸ ਔਰਲੈਂਡੋ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਬਾਕੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਪੱਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੀ ਇਕੋਨਮੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ ਕਮਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਬੁਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਟੁੱਟੀ ਪਈ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗਲੋਰੀਫਾਈ ਕਰ ਲਵੋ, ਪਰ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਹੈ। ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੈਨਿਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਦੈਟਸ ਆਲ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਇਟ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿਰਾਜਮਾਨ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹਾਂਗੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੱਸ ਦੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਈਬਰ ਟਰੱਕ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ ਅੱਜ। ਉਹਦੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਸੀਗਾ ਬੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਥੋੜੇ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੋਡੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਟੁੱਟਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੀ। ਤੇ ਪਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਵਜੂਦ ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਤੇ ਕੁਝ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ਾ ਕਰੈਕ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਇਲਨ ਮਸਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਸਮਾਈਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਖੜੇ ਰਹੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਦਿਲ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਟੁੱਟਿਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ, ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਦੈਟਸ ਓਕੇ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰੀਏ ਅੱਗੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ BC। ਕਿੱਥੇ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ। ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਨੇ ਜੋੜ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੋਨੇ। ਸੋ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਸੁਰਾ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੋ ਸਰ ਜੀ।
Thank you so much for having me back.
All
Absolutely
the time.
wonderful to see
and
you
I
again.
noticed you are very tied up in so many things that are doing. How is the market in your neighborhood?
So much the same again. Buyers are finding good deals if they're ready to pull the trigger. Mostly the conversations happening are marry the house, date the rate. That's a big thing, right? So rates can fluctuate. The piece of real estate you're buying, obviously you need to really qualify that. And I think that's what buyers are finding now. They have the opportunity to take their time. Just an example I'm going to give you, we had a viewing for a small apartment on the 15th, and with a little bit of back and forth, we kind of we discussed with the client whether they want to put an offer in or not. Is that the best place? And surely enough, that was the most flexible place with the kind of terms they wanted. And obviously the price point was right. So we got an accepted offer today.
Fantastic.
And that's 2 weeks later. Now, put ourselves in the same position last year, psychologically, how the people were behaving. Fear of missing out. They were clambering over each other to pay more money when they could have really taken their time and had a better deal. So similar units in that building last year were selling for about 500,000. So, yes, it's a good price point for a first-time home buyer, but at the end of the day, if we're able to come in and shave $85,000 of a potential, listing type, certainly it's an advantageous time. If people have the money, it might be wise to make that decision now, right?
All right. So I read an article online where I got a rate of luxury condo starting from $3,475 to $4,160 per square feet. Wow. I couldn't believe it. This is such a huge PSF rate of any luxury condo. So have you heard about that project? The project name is I think it is West Bank's project, and it is called Alberni Condos. Alberni.
Yeah, Alberni. Definitely, it's a high-end luxury product out there. Now, what we have to remember is, okay, we're seeing this sensationalized in the news, and if any party is looking for a luxury style of living, they're gonna pay premiums, right? Okay, if people look at a comparative market like Nairobi or Singapore, price points per square foot are similar in that range as well. So look at Dubai or Qatar if you're purchasing real estate in that part of the world. These are unique places crafted for people with that kind of buying power, right? So
I had that buying power. People, I will go crazy, man.
So most people, they see the fluff that the media puts out there, and says, okay, well, it's overpriced. Well, based on what metrics are you saying that it's a bad price point? I had a chat the other day with somebody. There's a beautiful house in the city of Langley. Single family home, priced at less than 1.1 million. You own the real estate. You have a house, a 3-bedroom house, and somebody put a message on the comment saying, "Oh, very affordable." Okay, may not be affordable for you, but for somebody else it may possibly be, right?
But someone who posted on social media affordable, I can tell you one thing for sure. He doesn't own that kind of money, because those people are not on social media.
No, they are actually physically socializing, right? This is, with the advent of technology, we're becoming more and more stupid and sucked into all of what the distractions are, right? So at the end of the day,
Yeah, so what I wanted to
putting
point
things
out
on.
was there is a magazine in US. It's called Architectural Digest. And according to them, this project broke all the records of an average price for a building in North America outside of New York's Central Park corridor. So I guess Central Park corridor may be as expensive as this building. So, and the magazine reported the stunning Alberning building was Kuma's, is a Japanese architect, tallest in North America, featuring an expansive moss garden, a bamboo forest, and its own amphitheater containing a Fazioli piano designed by the architect. I don't know what that thing means, Fazioli. So these are things there. But for me, yes, it is always relative to your buying power. I can never dream about that price, 34.75, 41.60 per square feet. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about, this building is very sexy. This is cool building, man. I can tell you that. Looks very nice. If you look at the prototype, it's right here. Right?
Yeah.
See that? So this is Japanese architect Kango Kuma on the right side with the developer Ian Gillespie. Is this how you pronounce that? Okay. And model for a 43-story designed by the architect, so photo courtesy Mark Van Manen. This is a PNG image that we stole from internet. So this is an amazing building. But this guy, whose name is Tony Yee, he purchased this condo. I think he purchased 2 units during pre-sale event, totaling $9.5 million. And that was in 2017, and now he wants an exit.
Well, good luck with that, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, when developer contracts are, again, it's going to be one-sided, right? So at the end of the day,
he's showing the correspondence with someone from West Bank or Patterson Group. I don't remember who, but he has been advising Tony Yee that you can rather buy a single home instead of these 2 units. And he mentioned that many buyers will be losing their deposits, and he will give Tony benefit of those deposits. And he even offered a rebate of $850,000 to Tony. So basically, he knows many units will go unsold, and this will be a different story. So look at the price point and the kind of people who are buying it. And this is something he's buying, I don't know, for his use or he's buying for investment. So how much money people have, and we are struggling even to find $100,000.
Well, yeah, that's just the thing. There's one shopping mall in central Surrey that has not seen anybody in that mall for many years. And I was talking to another colleague of mine, and he said it's just another consortium out of Asia that owns it, and it's nothing to them. $20 million, $100 million is nothing.
$100 million is nothing. Many banks overseas, like in China and Korea, are actually funding deals in Canada. A unit, a building, I think the one in Toronto, went into receivership by it was done by a bank in Korea, I think North Korea perhaps, and they put it on receivership, and the money came from those people. This is how it works. This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Anyways, so I found it very interesting, so I thought I will run this project by you. So how is your Spring Valley going on? Still available or done deal? So you are having daily parties now?
Certainly still some opportunity there. People have the option of buying a 2-bedroom unit still and receiving a second parking included in the purchase price. So
Two parties.
that's going to be an attractive thing. Central
Definitely.
location, and it's quite a unique spot as far as Langley is concerned, because the place where it's located is literally about a 2 or 3 minute drive to Brookswood Fernridge. And Brookswood Fernridge is a very popular area for young growing families.
Okay.
It's actually one of the cities that, not cities, but places that made me fall in love with Canada because of the high trees and access to parks and trails, right?
Wow.
So
That's cool.
it's got the big size lots in that neck of the woods. So convenience wise, you're in a central location. You could be on the 99 highway within 30 minutes, and then further into Vancouver within a space of an hour. Makes it really quite attractive. Obviously, the schools around the area, the unique businesses are also, upcoming and thriving. So we find ourselves also, getting out there and knocking on the vendors' doors, such as any mom and pop shop. We'll go and visit them and say hi. Look, we've got this coming up. Looking forward to seeing you in 2026. And obviously, this creates a good sense of community, right? That's the whole purpose of what we do over at the bank as well, is kind of make people aware that we're there to serve them and make sure that the project gets the audience it requires. So still available. Like I said, last year, if we had marketed this project, it would have been fully sold out in a weekend. But here we are, 12 months later, and we're marketing it now. I think we'll be in a unique position after the new year, because one, the sales center will be open. When the sales center open, normally what ends up happening is the price point will go up a little bit. And then we'd be able to offer some kind of good incentives even in springtime, right? So
That's right.
we'll launch both projects in unison, and we'll sell them out of the same sales office. So we'll be based in North Surrey at that point, and then that's for the 94 townhomes upcoming. Great idyllic views there. So there's a little bit of something for everybody, right? And then we're as far as into Maple Ridge. That's another upcoming area as well. So
But
crossing over.
the project was coming up for possession in 3 years' time, if I remember that.
2020. Yes,
Right?
2026.
And RBC is already committing to give you an approval for 3 years and holding the rate for you. And
They will hold the rate
that
for the
if
purchaser.
the rates go down, people still get the lowest rate at that time when they
Exactly.
actually, and there won't be any appraisal at the time of getting a mortgage. What else you
there's
need?
no
I
look.
do not see. It seems like the same market as 2021 or 2022 from these perspectives, because the condo price is reasonable. If it was hot market, builder wouldn't have priced it at that price point. It could have been a different
Right.
price point, right? Because of demand and
Yes.
supply offset. And the second, let's say the mortgage rate was 2%. Okay. but RBC is offering a commitment that, okay, you are logged at, let's say, 7.5%, whatever rate today is, but with the stipulation that if the rate goes down, you get the lowest rate, but if the rate goes up, you get the increase,
To the
you
ceiling.
still get the guaranteed rate, right? So
Yes.
isn't it win-win? I'm not sure if RBC has given this kind of commitment, but most of the time, all these pre-approvals come with this stipulation that if the rate goes down, you will get the lowest rate. If it goes up, you will get the committed rate. So if you can check with the bank, or if you already know about that, let us know.
Yeah, so that's exactly how they've. I'm going to send you the sheet. I think
Okay.
I've sent it to you before, but
Well, then how is it different from 2021, 2022? It's rather better than 2021 because you have the lowest price, but the best interest rates
Right.
when it comes for occupation.
So here's the thing. Look, when people were purchasing pre-sale in 2021, right, and they didn't get the pre-approval from RBC,
Yeah,
now some of those units are coming back to the market and people have lost their deposits. So
that's right.
some of the people that went in and said, okay, I'm going to wait till 6 months before to get my mortgage in place, I'll just wait. They're unable to do it. Now, the people that went for the pre-approval or the firm approval from RBC,
All right.
they are now realizing 3.45% interest rate on something they can complete on. So did the bank think that that was going to happen? Nobody thought that, okay, the interest rates will skyrocket because it was is it an anomaly? I think what's happening is there's certainly entities that are pulling strings which need to be pulled, and there's a consequence of some people not coming out as good as they should have because they took uncalculated risks, right?
Okay.
So when, for example, if I'm having a conversation with a client about a pre-sale, the purpose of me engaging them is to make sure that they make a wise decision for their future, not for the fact that, we can flip it
Yeah.
2 weeks before. Even if they're considering, let me flip it, they're still on the hook. If that purchaser that they assign it to doesn't complete, they're still on the hook because
That's
they
right.
bought the contract, right?
Yeah.
So going back to Mr. Yee, Mr. Yee signed a contract, and his deposit is now obviously been, whether it's insured, it must be insured at that kind of number and that caliber of builder. The deposit must be insured. He's either going to be losing his deposit because the thing with the developer's contract is it specifies certain things that, throughout the procedure of the building, process of the building, when things change, amendments are made, and if the amendments aren't forwarded to the buyer, only then can they say that, hey, I haven't been informed of any changes, I want to walk away, right? So I don't know what lawyer he's hired. He must hire a top lawyer because of his ability to perform on such a high level, right?
I guess
He's got
so.
that kind
Yeah.
of money.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true. We must have hired some top
So
lawyers for fighting their case, but depends what was in the agreement to purchase by the builder. Builders' agreements are mostly one-sided agreement. But an agreement is an agreement. A contract is a contract. This is a different thing. This is not, to my best judgment, not a real estate law. This is contractual law. Right? So things are totally different. So stay here, Amrit. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and maybe we'll talk a bit more about some other things in your hood. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Are you thinking of selling your home? You are covered. From my experience of 14 plus years in the real estate industry, this is what I have come to know. There are three major concerns that any home seller would want their realtor to answer. Number one, how much is their home worth? Number two, how long will it take to sell their house? And number three, what will the agent do to make it sell? I have answers to all these questions. To schedule your one-on-one appointment, call me at 647-424-0358. Once again, Paul Chima, broker with Remax Prime Properties. My phone number to call is 647-424-0358. Call me now and get moving.
From a vast experience in immigration industry, this is what I've figured out. Clients want to know if their application is submitted in a timely fashion, what a representative can do to serve best interest of their client. Clients are informed on a regular basis about the progress of their application. We deliver what we promise. My phone number is 647-465-8894 or reach me out at 639-998-1992.
Are you thinking of a career change or adding another one to your portfolio? Well, you are thinking right. Call Sarabjit Luddar at 416-879-3039 from Beyond Care Insurance Solutions. She also deals in life, long-term, travel, critical illness, disability insurance. Give her a call today at 416-879-3039. This is what we can tell you. She will always give you the right advice and help you find out if being an insurance advisor is your piece of cake. Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416-213-8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416-213-8600. ਅਵੰਤਿਆ ਬੜਾ ਖੁਸ਼ ਤੁਰਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਕਿ ਲਾਟਰੀ ਲੂਟਰੀ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ ਤੇਰੀ। ਕਾਸ਼ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਲਾਟਰੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ। ਵੈਸੇ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਲਾਟਰੀ ਵਰਗੀ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦਾ ਬੀਮਾ ਕਰਵਾ ਕੇ ਆਇਆ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਕੋਈ $1 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਊਗਾ। ਉਹ ਅੱਛਾ, ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ? ਉਹ ਜੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਬੋਲਾ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 772 1481। ਹੁਣੇ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਲੈ ਫੋਨ, ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਛੱਡ ਦੇਈਂ। ਉਹ ਬੱਲੇ ਉਹ ਤੇਰੇ। So we are talking with our guest Amrit Sura here from Abbotsford, BC. His phone number is 778-999-1531. Feel free to give him a shout and ask for advice if you need to buy, sell or rent your building. And also multi-residential units. Those things are in great demand right now with the rental crunch. I guess buying a building where you can house many tenants can basically give you more profit. So yes, Amrit, any specific item for your neighborhood?
So specific items, as far as that's concerned, I'm just pulling up the number of listings in
Okay, while you pull
Abbotsford,
the number of
for
listings,
example.
have you seen the event where they launched the Cybertruck today?
No, I saw the Twitter, I saw the X feed on it
Oh,
in Toronto. There's one in Langley already.
oh yeah,
So
demo?
well, I'm not sure if it's demo. It's for the showroom, right?
That's really
I saw
curious.
pictures.
And I
Yeah.
looked up at the video, and this guy took a big hammer, kind of sledgehammer, and hit the body. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
But then he threw
Nothing
something on
happened.
the window, and the window cracked, both windows.
Wow.
And then Elon was standing in confidence, very happy about the product, and it outran a Porsche. And it, in tug of war with F-150, it pulled F-150. Wow, that's
Wow.
miraculous. Amazing power it got. So I think 250 miles range is about 40 grand. Is it US or Canadian dollar? That I don't know.
That's phenomenal.
Are you buying one?
I wanted to order one when I originally ordered my Tesla, the car,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I won't be ordering that one at the moment.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think we'll end up just um, holding on for a little bit, making sure that they work all the bugs out, and then we'll make a purchase of that
That's
later on.
true. That's very true.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are not those people who just want to be the first in that long
Guinea
line.
pig.
Is
You don't
someone
want to be the
ringing
guinea
bell
pig.
of your office, or it's your phone giving us nice music in the background?
So that's that
Signs
was a
of a
phone call.
busy
Yeah,
realtor.
yeah. So some of the numbers. I mean, we can go over some of the numbers here.
All right.
At the present time, we have 141 listings in Abbotsford.
Okay.
Uh,
Is it
that
normal,
is
this number of listing this time of the year?
this time last year we had 106. So there's been an increase,
So 35 increase.
33% increase
Yeah.
over 1 year. So
Active
this time
listings
last year
at
was
this point.
exactly.
That's okay. It's sometimes seasonality as well. Plus the fear in the mind of consumers. They are very scared. Trust me on this.
Yeah. So how are you finding the market over there?
Well, I would say one house sells out of four.
Okay, so 25%
Because we
absorption
go
rate.
by sales to new listing ratio, not active listing ratio. I do not have the screen pulled up, and it's too late for me to do that. But when you add active listings, it may actually come down to half homes sold per four houses. Then maybe after 8 houses, maybe one is selling. I'm just stipulating, because we are approximately at 23.4% sales to new listing ratios. So it is less than one regardless. And that means if
Okay.
100 houses came in October, only 23.4 sold, right? So,
Yeah.
and that means it is only less than one out of four houses that is selling. but adding active listings will lower it way much. So yeah, those numbers are kind of worrisome numbers. At this time, people who are very serious in selling will only be coming on the market, right? And mostly this is how it works. In the last quarter of every year, people think that less number of houses will sell versus other quarters. But the funny thing is, it always is more or less consistent with the other quarters. This is my personal experience. This time it may be slightly different. So let's see how it pans out in November. I'm looking forward to it. So when people go from other provinces like Ontario, so what can they expect from you, like in terms of service? Some people may just come there, so they will need advice about, hey, where should I stay? Which is the cheapest location where I can spend my time? And how I want to see couple houses. Can you arrange that? Normal questions, right?
Yeah, so what we encourage people to do is obviously find out where they have some roots. Some people won't have roots, so they'll have to lean on where their work is, and in relation to where their work is, what kind of commute are they willing to take in order to get to the work? Are they going to sacrifice a 1-hour drive? Do they need to be right near work as a single person? So analyzing their specific situation is what we would do in a initial meeting, right?
Okay,
or
so
an initial
that meeting
phone
can
call.
be over phone, over Zoom, right? They don't really have to be there in person.
Not in person, but obviously when everyone feels all warm and fuzzy to work with each other, then they would engage obviously a physical meeting. They'd say, okay, I like this place. Can you arrange a viewing? Well, prior to arranging a viewing, obviously we want to make sure that we have some kind of some level of confidence that they have in ourselves and the team.
Okay.
So whether someone wants to live in Hope or North Vancouver or West Vancouver, there's going to be someone who's going to be able to attend to that for them, right? So gauging their lifestyle is very important. Do they need to be near parks and trails? Everywhere within BC is within 15 minutes of a nice park and trail. Schools. What kind of schools are required for the children? It's very important. Now, if you've got a spouse that is an at-home mom or an at-home dad that requires what amenities are convenient for you. While the kids are at school, what do you like to do? Well, I want to go to the gym. I want to go to the park and a trail, or I just want to enjoy things. So, just to give you some perspective, within within 1.5 hours, you could basically be from Langley City all the way downtown Vancouver and back.
Within half an hour?
No, 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours, okay.
Yeah. So, and then with the metro being, meaning the SkyTrain link coming more and more closer and closer into the valley, we're going to find accessibility a really good thing as far as connectivity is concerned for people. So some people, they like to have their families live in family friendly areas and then make the commute downtown and get into town early morning for their work. So some people live in Mission City. Mission is about 15 minutes away from Abbotsford.
It's a nice name, Mission.
So Mission also has...
How do I know your mission? You should know your mission.
So Mission has a locomotive train, which is a passenger train. It leaves every morning at 3 times in the morning, starting at 5 a.m. all the way to 5:45, and that gets you into Vancouver in 1 hour. Okay, so that's a train, a West Coast Express. Some people choose to live in Mission for the convenience of the lifestyle choices they have as far as greenery is concerned, or access to the valley, or access to nature trails or lakes. There's 15 lakes in Mission. So they're able to work in the hustle and bustle of the city, and on the weekend, home time, you're free. You're out there just in nature. You're able to relax, right?
That's right.
And much of BC is it's like that. So at the end of the day, I think we really need to analyze what the client or what the potential consumer wants and what kind of lifestyle they want to be in.
Yeah.
Because if you want to be in the hustle and bustle, that's
BC
Vancouver
is
City.
beautiful. That's I can tell you. So
Yes.
someday I'm going to see you there. I'm going to knock at your door saying, "Hey, Amrit, I'm here."
Yeah, come on through. We're looking
Yeah, I
forward to
know.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Amrit. And
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for having
anytime.
me again.
Please give Amrit a call at 778-999-1531. I
Yeah.
keep telling everyone he will take good care of you. And that's so true. Yeah.
Yes, I appreciate you. Yeah, I'll see you next week, okay?
Yes, probably. Yes, 100%. Well, talk to you soon. Thank you very much, Amrit, for your
Bye
time.
for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So this was Mr. Sura all the way from Abbotsford, BC, and he shared some valuable information. Give him a shout at 778-999-1531 in case you need any assistance with buying, selling, investing. I would like to give a shout out to our other sponsors, Gurleen Ojla from Four-Way Immigrations. Our phone number to call is 647-465-8894. And Sarabjit Kaur Luddar from Beyond Care Insurance Solution. Give her a shout at 416-879-3039. Mr. Akbar Waris from Canadian Safety Trainer. And Mr. Waris is involved in training truck drivers, telling them all the safety protocols on road, on scales, at the border. And if you are a big corporate, he will help you with the hiring of experienced truck drivers. So give Mr. Waris a call once again, 416-371-9849. And if you are thinking about buying or selling a home, please do not hesitate to call me 647-424-0358, 647-333-2273. Right now, I'm looking for someone who is very much interested to sell their home in the Peel region. So please give me a shout if you have plans to sell your property. So I promise that we will sell it faster than anyone else on the block. So before Mr. Amrit Sura joined our broadcast, remember I spoke about one thing is about economy, which we covered slightly. And because the GDP was revised for the second quarter to reflect positive numbers, so technically there is no recession, but at the same time there is no growth as well. So US consumer spending being so much more resilient than Canada's. Higher consumer spending in the US economy is outperforming. So higher US spending can be explained by a greater willingness to spend out of pandemic savings. People are spending money there. They are not holding themselves back. They are more resilient They are not worried like we are in Canada. In Canada, savings are still high but are increasingly shifting into term deposits and other investments that are less likely to be spent in the near term. So people are saving for the rainy days. Households in both countries are vulnerable to a pullback in labor market. The bottom line that RBC gives us about this scenario is that Canadian household spending is already pulling back, and we expect the US consumer will follow as their savings run out. The drawdown of US households' pandemic saving has delayed but not prevented a slowdown in consumer spending. The weakening economic growth backdrop is expected to push both the US Feds and the Bank of Canada to begin cutting interest rates next year. So we are expecting the rates to start coming down next year. So, guys, hold on to whatever thin strand you are holding on to. Do not drown. You will make it. You will make it. Just be there. Just hang on a bit longer. So let's see how the economy plays out. We talked about quarter third GDP, and I'm not going to repeat that right now. So there are sometimes very sad news, and this news is about a 15-year juvenile. Should we call him juvenile? Someone who can hold a gun, threaten someone? Is that person a juvenile just because the person is 15 years old? So this boy actually was involved in armed carjacking in North York. So the police have laid several charges for his involvement in an armed carjacking in North York. And this incident happened on November the 9th. And the area was the Donway West and Lawrence Avenue East. So investigators allege that a woman was standing next to her parked vehicle when she was approached by three suspects who demanded that she hand over the keys of the car. So one of the suspects was armed with a gun while another grabbed the keys, and then they all got into the vehicle and fled away. Victim was not harmed in any way. So on Wednesday, which is yesterday, a 15-year-old boy from Toronto was arrested and charged with robbery while armed with a firearm, theft of motor vehicle, possession of property obtained by crime over $5,000, and mischief over $5,000. Mischief. And the charges are still to be proven in court. The police is asking for help from the people of the community. You can call them at 416-808-7350 or Crime Stoppers anonymously at 416-222-8477 tips, or their website www.222tips.com. 222 tips is actually a phone number as well. So area code 416-222 tips. So give them a call if you are in the know of anything, because helping police will make sure your life is better and you can take these people off the streets and you can live peacefully. A report has indicated that the holiday spending is going to be tough. According to Dalhousie University's Agri-Food Analytical Labs, buying holiday food this year will be an expensive proposition. There are several underlying issues at play here. So inflation in Canada is at 3.1% as of October 2023. The food cost since pandemic have gone up by about 20%. And it is not just the cost of food that could alter people's holiday plans. However, the cost of living pinching Canadians' pockets could impact how they splurge elsewhere too. This was their report. So, Christmas, Canadians making a meal of traditional turkey with vegetable side dishes and dessert for 4 to 6 people can expect to pay $104.85 on an average. Items have risen to varying degrees in price. Turkey went up 5%, potatoes went up 6.6%, and carrots went up 12.8%. The lab points out that these big meals have high upfront cost but could result in lots of leftovers a few days later, lowering the overall per person cost to about $9.48. The food lab called it a reasonable price to overindulge with those you love. Basically, you can have more people at your parties than 4 to 6 people. So, and then they gave a table where all those costs were, shared. How much is what? So, if I could share that image with you, and give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. Yes. So I probably can share the data with you. Let me just bring it up screen for you. If you look at these things, they have given cost, low and high, cost per serving size, this and this. So from roast turkey, from lower price $34.61, again the same. There are some items that changed prices, such as mashed potatoes, 4.9 to 8.99, and then you will see onions, 94 cents to $3.79, celery, close to $2 to $2.50, carrots, 94 cents to $3.99, and parsnips, $3 to $6.49. Brussels sprouts slightly went up. Peas slightly went up from $2.59 to close to $4. Tortilla, $14 to $17. Fruit cake went up $1. Eggnog went up $1. Rolls went up kind of few cents, I think 70 cents more or less. So now the lower cost was $92.09 versus $116.48, right? But if you share it with more people, you're looking at $977, $988. So rather than wasting food, you have an option to share the food with more loved ones. Won't that be great? Try it. Include more people. Help others less fortunate to enjoy the Christmas meals with you. With that, I would like to end the program today. How did you like the broadcast? Please share your feedback with us. If you are looking to buy or sell property, you can give me a call at 647-424-0358. You can also reach out to me at 647-333-2273. Alternatively, you can send me a WhatsApp, or you can send me text message at 647-333-2273. I wish you the best and best of holidays. Stay happy, stay healthy, enjoy your life. But before leaving, as always, I would like to share my deepest condolences with the families who lost a beloved one on this day. May God Almighty bless the departed soul. May they rest in peace, and may you get strength to overcome this huge gap in your life and walk on your life's path. Wish you best of luck, each and every one of you. So stay connected, stay happy, and good things will come your way. Thank you very much. Goodbye.